Welcome to Spectator Mode, I'm Zeller. One of the biggest stories this week is Bethesda's decision to no longer give reviewers early access to their games. In a blog post on their website, they stated that, quote, "With the upcoming launches of Skyrim Special Edition and Dishonored 2, we will continue our policy of sending media review copies one day before release. While we will continue to work with media streamers and YouTubers to support their coverage, both before and after release, we want everyone, including those in the media, to experience our games at the same time." This decision does not come as much of a surprise. Bethesda's most recent title, Doom, also released media review copies one day before the launch of the game, and the game still went on to sell more than 500,000 copies on the PC in the first month alone. And Bethesda is not the only company that is refusing to give reviewers early access. 2K Games did the same thing for Mafia 3, which released earlier this month. So why is Bethesda's refusal to release early copies such a big deal? In the past, many undecided players relied on early reviews to determine whether they should spend their money on any particular game. As online games became more prevalent, these early reviews transitioned into reviews in progress so that reviewers could take server performance and online multiplayer into account. Nowadays, early access is more important for other reasons like game walkthroughs or resolution tests. Perhaps most important is the knowledge of potentially game-breaking bugs. Now, we are not saying that Bethesda is going to ship a game with any game-breaking bugs, but if this trend continues, it isn't that hard to imagine that companies would take advantage of those decisions to prevent poor early reviews from hurting sales figures. Just look at the blowback No Man's Sky is facing. What do you guys think? Should reviewers get early access to video games, or should they experience them at the same time as the general public? Leave a comment down below and let us know. From there, let's get straight into the patch notes. First up, Team Liquid, the North American esports organization, recently acquired the first ever professional Civilization 6 player. Stefan Tikowski, otherwise known as Mr. Game Theory, is a former world champion Civilization player who achieves a rank of #1 on the Civilization Revolution leaderboard, Civilization 4 International League, and Civilization 5 International League, and he also holds the records for the most 1v2, 1v3, 1v4, and 1v5 ladder victories in Civilization 4. In a post on the Team Liquid site, Tikowski stated, quote, "It is an honor to be chosen to lead Team Liquid's Civilization team. Civilization remains the most complicated game in the world, and I am thankful to be a part of an organization capable of taking on the challenge. I look forward to continue my contribution to one of the greatest gaming franchises, and I wish our opponents the best of luck." Team Liquid will announce the remaining players on their roster on October 29th and will begin hosting tournaments starting November 19th. In celebration of the 3-year anniversary of GTA Online, Rockstar recently gifted players with $250,000 of in-game currency and a sale on in-game content like the Luxor Deluxe private plane. However, the anniversary wasn't all smiles for some players. In a post on the Rockstar support forums titled GTA Online October 2016 Illegitimately Gained In-Game Money Removal, whew, that's a lot of words, Rockstar explained that they had deducted illegally gained funds from player accounts. Now, this only affected players who used mods and exploits to gain absurd amounts of cash, so players who used real money to purchase shark cards wouldn't have to worry about their transactions. One of the more ridiculous amounts we saw deducted came from Carbide King's Twitter, who lost close to $118 trillion of in-game currency. Finally, Vine announced today that they will be discontinuing the mobile application sometime within the coming months. In a post on Medium, the team stated, quote, "You'll be able to access and download your Vines. We'll be keeping the website online because we think it's important to still be able to watch all the incredible Vines that have been made. You'll be notified before we make any changes to the app or website." Fortunately, the majority of big Vine celebrities have transitioned to other platforms like Instagram or YouTube, so this shouldn't affect them that much. Our last story for the day is a recap of yesterday's Apple event. There was a lot of anticipation for what Apple could reveal, and the results were, well, rather underwhelming. They announced a new TV app that creates a unified media experience across the Apple TV and various iOS devices, Minecraft coming for the Apple TV, a new LG 5K monitor for the MacBook, and 2 new MacBook Pros. As with every year, Apple made small improvements to the computer's performance and graphics, but that is to be expected. So what made this generation of MacBooks different? If you haven't already heard, Apple made the decision to replace the system keys with an OLED touch bar, which was probably the biggest takeaway from the event. The touch bar responds to users' touch and gestures and adjusts for different software on the Mac. For example, while in the web browser, the bar allows users to move between tabs and bookmarks. They've also built in functionality for more professional software such as Final Cut Pro and DaVinci Resolve. The touch bar also includes Touch ID, which will work in the same way that it does on the iPhone. Apple also said that they were discontinuing the Apple Air, choosing instead to replace it with a 13-inch MacBook Pro minus the touch bar. Overall, it was just disappointing. It used to feel like watching an Apple event meant that you were going to witness a new revolution in technology. Unfortunately, these days it just seems like every year it's a series of small improvements that don't fully justify the price. But maybe that's just me. If you're looking for things to watch this weekend, check out some of these events. Friday marks the beginning of the CSGO ESL Pro League Season 4 Finals, with Immortals taking on Mouse Friday at 10. You can check out the match schedule on the ESL website and watch the event at twitch.tv/ESL_CSGO. Friday is also the beginning of the Canada Cup for Street Fighter V. The Canada Cup is the last premier event before the Capcom Cup, and players will be vying for the last spot in that cup. The tournament will also include a qualifier for the King of Fighters 14 World Championships and a qualifying tournament for the King of Iron Fist Tekken tournament. Visit their website at canada-cup.ca to view stream links and schedules. Finally, this weekend is the finals for the League of Legends World Championship. Samsung Galaxy will face off against SK Telecom T1 this Saturday at 7 p.m. Tune in to twitch.tv/Riot Games to find out who will take home the $1 million prize. That's where we're going to end it today. We'd love to hear what you guys think. Leave a comment down below and let us know. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit that like button and subscribe to Spectator Mode.